Alrighty, guys, welcome back for our next matchup here. We're going to have Complexity, or Roca's Complexity, facing off against Reap What You Sow. We're live into the ninth round. You can see, obviously, the frags going all over the board, but Roca's Complexity going to come out on top. Now, this is the winner's side of the group right now. After the last matchup, we saw Roca's Complexity win 16-4. The other matchup was a little bit closer, but Reap What You Sow came out on top. I believe it was on cash and around a 16-10 scoreline when all was said and done. So, kudos to those guys, and we're going to see them go live here into the pistol round as we are underway into our uppers. Whoever wins this matchup, automatic place into the bracket play, and they're going to be done for the day. Whoever loses this one, they've got one more matchup to play in order to determine who comes out in the second seed from their group. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one underway. Roca, FGB, AKNY, Whitmer, and Carbon starting off on that CT side, that coveted Inferno CT side. And then you've got Allen, Hurricane, X1, Benito, and NeverX. But it's just Roca going man mode over here at B. 3 back-to-back-to-back USB headshots. And finally, we have a little bit of a rebuttal here as two frags go the way of the terrorist side.
Definitely. And Roca's Complexity winning that knife round, that's going to be huge. Inferno, one of the very few extremely CT-sided maps that remains in the map rotation right now, the others being like Train. Definitely going to help them out a lot. We saw Roca going just absolutely insane. It's going to make it into a 3-on-2. Not a great start for Reap What You Sow. We're going to see them trying to shift their way towards the A site. Going to do a bit of a split here. That's what it looks like. One player in apartments. The CT side is ready and waiting, though. One player kind of playing towards their spawn area, probably for that quick rotation to either site, and one player still up banana.
Popping a shot there is going to be Carbon. Very aggressive down banana. The bomb is rotating all the way back towards B. Now they're going to just make a go for this. They've got 35 seconds, but it's fake. They're going to go right back towards A. They've got one player to deal with. This is going to be FGB. If they can find him and take him down, he's going to spot it. The rotation is coming back, and they're just going to press on in, try to get that bomb plant. FGB not taking the peek just yet. He's got one around the corner. The bomb is going to get planted. No, NeverX goes down, and FGB holding stalwart in this site. Whitmer comes around with 6 HP and finishes off Benito, and that will be the pistol round in favor of Roca's Complexity. And it comes on the back of a big play from this man right here, the Rocanator.
Definitely, and especially towards the end of the round, FGB is just straight discipline, not taking that early peek where he very likely would have just gotten traded out and the bomb would have went down anyway. What he did, waiting that way, is going to keep the bomb from going down and keep the money out of Reap What You Sow's hands. That's going to be huge for them.
Yeah, and you can see without getting that plant, they're going to launch right into a pistol armor buy, and they're just going to go super aggressive through the apartment hallways. They've got one player over here on porch side. That's going to be AKNY to try to hold things off. Double pit play coming out from the CT side as well. Whitmer in the pit. FGB, he's going to fall back as well. So they're very heavy over here on this truck side of mid. But that bomb actually, look at this. They're rotating all the way back around through terrorist spawn. But Carbon, he's already worked his way in the middle. This could be detrimental to him if Carbon can line this one up. Let's see what he's got for us. They're not going to check that corner. There's no reason for him. He's going to start off, but he whips, and Grims takes him down, and now they're going to push on towards that B bomb site, and this is huge. Roca's going to be a little bit late on this one. He is going to beat him there. He's going to drop the flashbang around the corner, but they're already peeking in his face. He gets him blinded, picks up 2, but he goes down. Allen takes him out. And now it's going to be a 3-on-3 retake situation. Moss coming out as well as the P90. That's going to be AKNY to find 2 more. No bomb plan either. And AKNY finishes it off with a 3K of his own this round. And a nice play from him to close that one out. So 2-0 as you do see the CTs execute that anti-eco round.
Certainly. We could hear Roca's Complexity just getting super excited after holding on to that second round of this match. Reap What You Sow, they're doing this very detrimental thing where they kind of commit to one bomb site and then pull everyone out and go to the other bomb site. We saw in the last round, Carbon was able to take advantage. Well, he would have been able to take advantage of that. I think it was the lucky Tech 9 shot that brought him down, but in another situation, that could absolutely cripple Reap What You Sow.
Oh, absolutely, and that's one of those things where if he doesn't miss that, if he gets 1 or 2 kills and that push into B never even happens, Roca probably doesn't die. There's no rebuy for him. And a lot of different factors in that matchup. And you can see jumping up over top of the smoke, Roca's going to be able to spot one out. He doesn't actually get the kill, but he lays a little bit of damage down on a NeverX. But the push is coming in towards the A bomb site. And again, this is where AKNY gets tested. There's 2 right around the corner. They're going to go down the ladder, go down the stairs. There's the first, second, and third. AKNY recoil control Finds all three of them, takes them down, and that's going to be the round in a heartbeat. 3-0 for the CT side of Roca's Complexity, and now we're on our first bye round.
AKNY just going huge right there, securing another round for Roca's Complexity. We're going to go into the first gun round here. I'm not sure if Roca's Complexity has read this quite right. Again, they're going out with kind of anti-eco guns against a set of full AKs. That might not be the best decision, but we'll see how they handle it.
I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. You can see FGB, he's playing an aggressive angle with that P90, so that's not going to be very too much of a problem. Nades down Banana, going to find some heavy damage onto Benito as well. 25 HP chipped off his chest. Return nade up to mid, is going to find just 2 damage onto Whitmer. Apartment control being executed here from this terrorist forces, and Whitmer going to take a quick glance over there towards stairs through Boiler. He's not going to find anything, so he falls back to porch side. He's got one right around the corner. He's got to be really careful. That flashbang, though, right on his face, and that is beautiful stuff. Whitmer, nice pop flash. That's going to be Frims down and out, and that is going to make that man advantage ever so strong now for the CT side. No map control yet for the terrorists, trying to make their way up towards brackets. There was one player playing over there on the arch side, and now that's going to be Carbon. That smoke starts to fade. He's going to spot it out. He does some serious damage to Benito, and now that push has been spotted. Trying to make their way up the truck side, but there's that P90 and the AK duo, the double pit stack coming out huge. Neverx finishes off 2, but Whitmer gets the last 2 in exchange, and that will be 3K on the round for him. 4-0 now for Roca's Complexity, and that was a solid gun round for them.
It's definitely unfortunate. We were, at least I was expecting definitely more of an even start to this, but Roca's Complexity, not only are they sealing out these rounds pretty easily, but they're doing it without even the slightest bit of a problem. And Benito there, he's going to delay his team. Those couple of seconds, believe it or not, they might be crucial in them getting to position here as the CTs are starting to take their defense. AKNY going to be able to find one. He's going to get traded out before he can go too huge, though. FGB waiting in apartments. He might fall off at just the worst possible time, though. Did he
spotted him. He saw him.
He did.
Definitely saw him. He's going to work right around behind him, so he might be able to line up 1, 2, or 3. He's going to get there a little bit too late, though, as Whitmer finds that frag. Whitmer goes down, though, with the salvaged M4 of X1 that he got earlier in the round, so doing a little bit of damage right now, but they have no idea that FGB is up here in Halls. He does make a little bit of noise. I don't know if they're going to be checking for this. He should be able to peek out. X1 extremely low. Allen trying to make his way into the site as well. And there it is, X1 down and out. Allen will have a little bit of a saving grace. He gets the bomb plant, but he peeks out. FGB takes his head off. But with that bomb plant, that's really going to help them in this next round with this bye.
FGB playing absolutely great Counter-Strike lately. Those past 2 rounds especially, just that beautiful trigger discipline flank into apartments to get behind Reap What You Sow.
Now let's not hype him up too much. Let's remember it is just FGB. He told me beforehand, he's like, if you cast my matches, even if I make stupid plays, make them sound like I'm making great plays. And I told him I wouldn't do that, so gotta give him a slice of humble pie every once in a while.
Yeah.
So FBG, you're still, or FGB, you're still just FGB. AWP, though, in the hands of Benito, he is a known all-per. And for those of you guys who aren't really familiar with Reap What You Sow, they've pretty much been at every single iteration of the Fragadelphia LAN. It's been a slightly different roster each time, but they've found some success. They've made it to the quarterfinals or semifinals a couple of different times at Fragadelphia. Now the competition getting a little bit stronger each time that there's a tournament as that prize pool continues to go up. It's $15,000 that these guys are playing for in prize pool money, and that's pretty huge as far as a grassroots LAN here in North America. So it's a beautiful thing, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. This time it's a 2026 or 2018 tournament, so that's massive. It's the biggest North American tournament that doesn't involve any kind of an invite process. It's just sign your team up, come play. It's a beautiful thing. Push coming on towards the B-bomb site. Smokes are out. They're just going to push on through the flashes as well. They're trying to sniff out these players that are on the backside of the site, but they're a little bit separated here. Carbon's going to be able to find the first one. X1 is there. He's looking for more, but he can't make the jump. Spins around, and Whitmer's already through. Whitmer going big with the AWP that round. Another triple on the round for him, and he's got 8 kills already in this matchup.
Whitmer with that up. We saw last game, he kind of got off to a slow start on that last map, but he definitely picked up.
Yeah, he definitely did.
And he's retaining that right into this game, and he's absolutely going huge.
And that's scary. That's very scary because we've seen in the past when we've cast some of his team's matches when we cast on ESEA TV that a lot of times, I mean, he is the difference maker for his squad. That AWP is just so huge. And these nades down Banana.
Wow.
Oh my God, they've barely seen anybody this round, and they're all lit, every single one of them. The only one is Rims at 83 HP. So that's pretty insane that those nades just destroyed them that badly. They tried to go for a fast push, and they paid direly for it. Roca's going to be able to find the first one. They're trying to spam through the smoke and find him. They can't do it. Flashbangs come out. Smokes as well. They're going to go ahead and push in. Allen, nice shot onto Roca. Takes him down, but there's another one over here by Quad Box, and that is going to be Carbon. The bomb is going to get planted. He hasn't gotten pushed on yet. They haven't cleared out the back of the site, and he peeks out, takes down 2, looking for another one, but he pushes the smoke. That's going to be Allen towards the back hall. It's a 4-on-2, but AKNY comes around, and this is surely as good as done. Trying to spam out, not going to find the damage he's looking for, and Hrims goes down. The fuse comes in 7-0 in favor of Roca's Complexity, and this is a huge start for them on their CT side of Inferno. Roca did 196 damage with nades. I don't know if you saw that. 196 damage.
That's incredible.
That's averaging 40 damage per player.
I think Roca's Complexity right now, they're striking
20 damage per player.
You're good at math.
Yeah.
I think Roca's Complexity right now, they're striking this perfect balance between aggressive with, I know you don't like to talk about it, but that push from apartments that came out from FGB earlier, and passive with what we just saw on the B-bomb site, where they were able to hide just long enough to get those. That was it a double or a triple spray down with the M4?
That was a triple spray down.
Yeah.
Whitmer here in the middle. He's going to come under fire, but he finds one, finds 2, finds a third. Benito does manage to sneak by, but I'm sure that they heard his footsteps. This is going to be Carbon knows exactly where he's at. He's going to rotate on around. Not going to be able to take him down, but at least they know where he's at now. He did take only 5 HP damage so far in this round. Benito, 95 HP, trying to clutch something out, but Whitmer with this op. Oh, bye. See ya. 4K on the round for Whitmer. He is now 12-1. And when he heats up, that, like we said before, is a very scary thing. And look at the economy on the CT side right now. 16K for Whitmer, 15,000 for FGB. Every single player post-buy down was at 10,000 plus. That is terrifying.
Double ops now coming out from Complexity. They, again, like you said, they have enough money to do whatever they want. And so Roca's going to take one of these ops up banana, but a push is not going to come that way. Again, he's just kind of jumping for that information. You can't really get an accurate shot off with the op on a jump, but you can just see what's around that corner. AKNY going to be able to find 4 with the spray down. How beautiful. He goes for the ace, but the Tech 9 just takes it away from him. Nervix, he's going to be able to find 2 with that Tech, but Roca almost into the smoke, finds him with the op. Beautiful play by Roca, a 4K spray down. That was insane.
Well, that was AKNY with the spray down, and that was nuts. I mean, that's the second time now he stood at the top side of mid behind the smoke, and they pushed through right into his crosshair. He got a 3K before in an eco round, a 4K this time, almost gets the ace. But a little bit of a saving grace is that they're able to trade that kill out. But again, it's going to be a very difficult time here. 9-0. Going for the peak. AKNY looking for it. Not going to get it. Benito's going to capitalize on that. That's the opening damage. You can hear a little bit of smack talk in the background. So
yeah, certainly.
Great start to the round, but they still have to deal with Whitmer here on the other side of mid, and he's posted up for bench. FGB aggressive in apartments finds Allen, so the 1-for-1 trade comes out, and Whitmer is still holding steadfast here at the top side of mid, but he's not going to find anything. Falls back, smoke comes out. It looks like they're going to be favoring that A-bomb site once again here for Reap What You Sow.
Definitely. Earlier on in that round, I think it was a big misplay to try to walk around that angle with the op. Anyone posted up there, that's just going to be an easy kill, and that's going to immediately put them at advantage in the favor of the terrorist side. I think that's just Complexity getting a little bit too cocky, but let's be honest here, they can't afford it, really.
Oh, yeah.
It's 9-0 so far. The terrorist side looking like they're not going to be able to pick up another round. Although, they're starting to prove me wrong here, but again, even that one round, it's not going to make a difference to the economy. Roca now stuck in a 1v2, but if there's anyone who can clutch it out, it is him. He's making his way towards the A-bomb site, flashes himself in, but kind of blinds himself a little, creeps up. I think he heard that smoke. He knew it was safe. He's going to peek out with the op towards pit. Not going to be able to find anything. Grabbing the AK instead. Pushing out onto the site. They don't see him. He knows that there's one there because of that smoke, but Benito just finds him. He turns away just at the wrong possible time.
Yeah, he tried to turtle up behind the boxes there, and Benito was lucky enough to catch his arm right before he does that and takes him down. So the first round now on the board for Reap What You Sow. And if they get an opportunity here to get back in this one, we could see a 9-6 halftime score, but it's going to be a while before they break that bank at the CT side. You can see even after the buy down, they're going to have 7K at the top and 1,500 at the bottom, so they'll have at least another round in them if they lose this before they'll have to save. So another strong start to the round for the CTs, but Benito's starting to find his legs with this AWP, takes down Roca, and that's a big find. That's going to leave that B-bomb site with only one player back there, and that's Carbon, who's, well, he hasn't really been tested too much, 5-4-4. But again, if you're going to favor a site, you favor the site with the weaker player, and Carbon, he's the weaker player right now. He's going to go for the peek. Neverx is going to be able to spot him, but Doesn't take him down.
That incendiary is going to be critical. It's going to buy time for the counter terrorist to rotate, and already you can see who is that AK and Y rotating in. Again, it looks like they're going to be just kind of waiting in banana. They saw that incendiary. They know that there's going to be more people there now that just bought them the time to rotate over. Still 2 on A, 2 on B, so a rotate from the T side. Not really going to do much. A smoke's going to go out into CT. Great smoke. Going to take a little while to pop, though. Carbon going to be able to find one. You said he was untested. This is about to change that. AK and Y going to go for a straight through the smoke. Finds one with a headshot. Good play by him. He's going to flash himself in, try to get aggressive in banana, get one more pick. Whitmer watching middle. That's where the T's are going to rotate through. He takes a shot, but he whiffs it. Throws a nade down middle to try to delay that push. X1 on 11 HP. That nade could have killed him right there. He needs to be very careful. FGB playing from Graveyard. He's going to get tagged down by that op, though. It's now a 2-on-2. Reap What You Sow done a very good job of equalizing this round here.
Yeah, they brought themselves right back into this one. Nice rotation, and they've hit a couple of really nice shots into that A bomb site. You can see the bomb gets planted. AK and Y trying to rotate around from truck side. He's going to get spotted by Benito. He's going for a little bit of spam, but he's not going to be able to hit that shot just yet. And Benito capitalizes. It's going to be all down to Carbon, smoking himself out through the apartments. He's going to try to get out on truck side and make something happen, but Benito is there. That's a 4K on the round, and like I said, Joey B, when he heats up, man, it is a scary, scary thing. And in the last 2 rounds, I think he's gotten like 6 or 7 kills.
And just look at how happy they are.
Well, that's the other team.
Yeah, still the grin on his face just because of that lead.
Well, yeah, I can't say I'd blame him. Up
Yeah.
7 rounds at this point on Inferno, coming into the 12th. But they're giving a little bit back. And again, if they lose this round, they're going to be on the save. So this is not the position that Roca's Complexity wants to be in. If they drop this round, they will have to save. And you could see a 9-4 scoreline, and that's definitely a doable round tally for the terrorist side.
Especially on a map like Inferno, where it's so counter-terrorist sided that that switch will definitely be enough time for you to catch up. Certainly. We're going to already see here, the worst possible thing that could have happened was Reap What You Sow losing that last round because it just would have reset their loss bonus and they wouldn't have been able to buy fully. But that's not going to be a thing that matters here. X1 going to be able to push all the way through up to banana. The bomb, though, still not committed to either site. Maybe you should take it to B, considering just how far up they've been able to push.
They haven't really spotted anything. A much more passive setup here from the CT side. There's the smokes out. That bomb, again, like you said, not rotating up through banana just yet. They're actually falling off of here, trying to hope for maybe a rotate to poke over towards that B bomb site. But AK and Y, he's not biting on this whatsoever, so he's just going to hold steadfast over here on the arch side, playing right next to Cubby. Bomb slowly working its way back towards banana, so we'll probably see that actually get tested this round as X1's going to be leading the charge. He signed his own gun signed by X1.
That's a little cocky right there.
What a champion.
What a guy.
What an absolute champion. This is where things get scary, because I don't know if you see this or not, but they stuck. There we go. They actually throw a smoke out with 25 seconds left, so now the terrorists have to push through, and this is just going to be Roca's playground. He's going to find 1 and 2,
Roca.
and he's got one more player on the backside of this site, and the rotation already coming in from AK and Y, so they're not going to clear their angles. There's the spray and pray, but he doesn't actually get it. Now AK and Y up on top of schools. He finds the first one. That's the bomb carrier, and this round is done.
That's a 10-2 scoreline for Roca's Complexity. It looked like Reap What You Sow was going to have a pretty decent chance of coming back into this, but they're just getting squashed on right now, and especially because they're losing that loss bonus. If they lose these next couple of rounds and are forced back to eco, that's going to be very, very huge for Roca's Complexity.
Well, luckily enough for them, they have only got 2 more rounds or 3 more rounds to play, so it's not going to be too big of a deal. Benito is on that AWP still that he saved from last round. We'll see. We'll see if he can make anything happen with it. We do have an aggressive push coming out from Roca. He's all the way in alternate mid, and he's just going to get annihilated. Neverx going to find a real nice shot onto him.
It's not usually what you see.
Not really at all. FGB does manage to trade that one out, and there's a nade down mid from AK and Y to find Benito. So that's the op out of their hands. Allen has picked it up. We'll see where they decide to go with it. He's not going to find anything just yet. He's down at 22 HP, taking a little bit of spam through that smoke in middle. But he does have the bomb on his back. He's going kind of solo up mid here, and this is kind of scary if he loses the bomb in this situation. But no CTs are actually peeking out there on CT. If Allen can hit this shot on AK and Y, no. Acne's actually going to fall on back here, so they've given bracket control up.
Certainly.
Who's
Yeah,
playing
this
that in
is
pit? FGB.
not a very promising half for Reap What You Sow. I mean, like we've said multiple times, Inferno definitely CT-sided, but is any map this CT-sided? Reap What You Sow definitely going to be very tested coming back into this next half, no matter how well they perform for the rounds that remain, for the few rounds that remain.
FGB, nice pick there. Allen's going to be the one over here with the AWP to try to find something in their favor. He's going to actually sneak his way into sight. He might try to go for a plant. Actually gets AKNY, takes him down, and goes for the repeat. He just needs to get that bomb down at this point. You see FGB staying alive in pit. He's been such a nuisance from this position. He finds the frag there, and it's going to be down to Allen versus 3. Not able to find anything just yet. He's going to peek back around the corner. Whitmer's going to be there, but he misses the shot, and now he's just going to get spammed down. Carbon takes him out. Diffuse comes in. 11-2 is going to be your scoreline, but it will be another gun round here for the terrorist side, as they have plenty of money to put the AWP back in Benito's hands. The rest of them, they're going to be able to pick up AK-47s and a pretty healthy buy here as well. Yeah, you see Roca's having a pretty good time down there. They're joking around.
Missing that one shot there from Allen, that was critical. That kind of sealed their fate in going into this next round. Like you said, though, it is a gun round. Still a chance for Reap What You Sow to try to pick up just a few more rounds to bolster their CT side. But, again, not looking too good for them.
Yeah, this is do or die for them right now. They need to win these rounds if they want any chance of making a stand on their CT side. You can see flashbangs coming out from mid. They're just going to push
the molly.
And AKNY again, just wreaking havoc in middle. Going to pull out the USB. He can't get it done, but FGB is going to be there as well, and you can hear him in the background. He's fired up. He's ready to go. Every time that they push these smokes in mid, they die. At least 2 of them go down. It's been a 2K, a 3K, and a 4K. Now pushing through the smoke is going to be FGB. Going for the hero play. He's not able to get it done. Rims is going to be there to trade out another one. This spam could do the work, and there it is. Roca is going to find one more. Benito, your last man standing. Doesn't even have the AWP, and a 1 versus 2. He's got Roca coming around from the backside of sight, over by Moto, and Carbon coming up from Banana.
Benito going to be able to find some damage on there, but it's not looking too promising. He's barely able to tag him down at all. He's holding the site. It looks like he's going to try to at least get the bomb down, but it was just a fake. He's going to flash out. They know he's not planting at least. Benito going to crawl his way back towards apartments. It's not looking too well. Carbon going to push out. They're both going to tag each other down. Carbon at 7 health, Benito at 4, but that extra man on Complexity's side, still with full health, still with that M4. Looks like he's just going to peek out and end the round for Complexity.
Yeah, Roca, nice play there, biding his time, waiting for his teammate to come up and help him out, not letting him isolate those 1v1s and end up clutching that round out. So 12-2 your scoreline. Roca's Complexity, they're in complete control of this matchup, and if they can continue to dominate here, then they're going to secure their first, at least the first team spot into the bracket play as the #1 seed coming out of this group. So great start so far for Roca and company as they continue to capitalize on this big win streak here. As you can see, I mean, with the exception of those 2 little orange blips on the map, it's been all CT all day. And AKNY through mid takes down Benito early in the round through that smoke. Whitmer also on the board as well as Hurricane goes down.
It's a 5-on-3, not looking very promising for Reap What You Sow, but again, at this point, even if they were able to win the round, probably be too little too late. Allen going to be able to find one, but he's lit down for 20 health against 3 fully rifled players. Again, not looking great. AKNY just going to spam that smoke. Doesn't keep the spam up for quite long enough, though. Allen going to move towards him, try to get the pick, but all it takes is 1 shot from that M4. That's going to end the half, 13-2 in favor of Roca's Complexity.
Yeah, and a really good-looking half there from Roca's Complexity. 13-2, like you said. Very dominant on their CT side. They can actually see that FGB dropped from the server, so he'll be back in here in just a second for the second half to start up. But, you know, again, it's one of those kind of things where we saw a 16-4 victory for Roca's Complexity on the first map, which was on Cash. This time, 13-2 halftime score. I believe it was actually 13-2 in the last matchup as well, or maybe it was 11-4. I can't remember which one it was, but it was very one-sided. I think it was 11-4. Very one-sided in favor of Roca's Complexity. This time again, even more so, 13-2, and that's extremely difficult for them to come back from. Talking about Reap What You Sow. So at this point, this game is kind of a wash, and they should be looking forward to their next game because there's not going to be much that they can do to come back into this one, especially if they drop the pistol round. That's just going to be a huge
If they drop the pistol round, it's definitely just over for them.
Yeah.
I think we started to see the pressure of how one-sided this scoreline was last round when we saw the push through the Molotov there. I don't know what kind of play that was. I think that's only the type of thing someone who's just extremely frustrating in how the game is going.
Well, they hadn't really done much in the way of like a fast mid strat throughout the entirety of that first half, and that was the first time that they did that, and this time it just happened to be around that AKNY drops a Molotov right behind it. So, you know, just smart overall play from him, able to neutralize that push and just drop 2 more. I mean, he was just so stalwart playing in middle. I mean, there was 3 rounds and he got 9 kills in those 3 rounds just from those mid pushes. Three coming up, two through boiler, one through mid in the smoke, and then the spam down through the in the eco round of 4K from that, and then that last round where he picks up 2 in mid. So I mean, right there, that's 9 kills in 3 rounds for him. So not a bad job from him at all.
No, not at all. Looks like we're going to be heading into this first pistol round. Again, if Reap What You Sow loses this, it's just about all over. Whitmer going to be pushing up through banana, some early aggression. The bomb has just been grabbed from by that T-spawn lane. Whitmer moving up. Not going to quite be able to do too much damage, but that's fine. FGB will be able to get the kill, and one more on the spools. It's going to be a 4-on-3, but that might just not be enough for the CT side.
Yeah, AKNY was watching for this flank to come around through mid. He's not going to find anything, but Whitmer long range with the P2000 is going to be able to find one. Just popping shots right now. He's looking for that one tap. He hasn't hit it yet, but 4 HP for X1. Very tough. Oh, nasty shot from Whitmer. He's looking for the final one, but the peak comes out. FGB takes him down 14-2, and this is going to be extremely difficult now for Reap What You Sow.
With that pistol round lost, I definitely think we can call it, unfortunately, for them. Just the way the economy works in this game, they're going to be able to force up an anti-eco, whereas Reap What You Sow, they're not going to have anything.
Well, they're going for it here, Reap What You Sow. They don't want to play for the tie. They want to play for the win, so they bought up a Mag 7 on NeverX. They got pistol armor for the rest of them. No utility, just one smoke on X1. And, again, it looks like, well, this time it's going to be a quick push towards mid, and these Mag 10s should just be devastating in middle.
Definitely. They're going to run right past them. The only person who really can put up the same kind of close-range damage from Reap What You Sow is Nervix. If he doesn't catch that push, which it looks like he's only going to be able to find one, not the full force of the team, that's going to be a huge problem for them.
Just taking a peek in apartments. He might push out here. Here's Carbon pushing down mid. Doesn't pop the shot. Knows that he's going over towards middle, so he might call for a rotation. You can see actually cheating over towards B as X1. So they're going to have 3 players over here in B, but that push is coming in, and there you go. There's the opening kill. Oh, nice from him.
Oh!
Beautiful back-to-back headshots with that 5-7. Gets it done. And now they got to be careful because there's other players here. That's going to be Benito to find one, as Carbon does manage to trade out X1. But Allen coming around in this round got flipped around a little bit here as Carbon in a 1 versus 3. He finds NeverX, takes him down, and it's going to be Allen and Benito to try to finish this one off as he sacrifices a chicken for good luck.
Looks like at the very least that bomb will go down unless Allen really decides to start moving here. We were just totally wrong there. They were really able to turn around that 1 round after the pistol.
Well, getting that third player over in B, that early call from NeverX hearing the footsteps and seeing that player move through Maxi Pit at the bottom side of mid, that's absolutely huge. But with this bomb being planted in the position that it is and where Carbon is playing, he's in a position to be able to clutch this round out. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Benito is going to be able to tag team and take him down. 10-second defuse, but he's got plenty of time. So at least Reap What You Sow stay alive for at least a little while longer. But again, there's so much for them to do. 11 rounds behind, yeah.
It's really just not looking great for them. Again, that was pretty good team play there, being able to peek the one remaining player one after another in just the perfect way that they have to catch him out on that reload. But again, it just might not be enough from a 14-3 scoreline, especially with a team who has a very strong T side like Complexity.
So again, we're going to have to see here where they decide to go. It's going to be a force up here for the terrorist side anyway. They're going to go 2 AKs. They have plenty of money on Roca with those Mac 10 kills that they got in the last round. So AK for Roca, AK for Whitmer, Tech 9s, and Deagle to boost for the rest of them. Looking for that push into apartments. NeverX gets aggressive, and he doesn't find anything. And he's lucky to get away with that. Deagle from Carbon not on the mark, so.
Certainly. It was just kind of a spam at the end there. He was really desperate to try to hit his mark. Not going to quite work out for him, though. The bomb looks like it's going to be creeping its way up and down towards that B site. Hrimzo, he's waiting with a flashbang. He's going to be able to send out that perfect counter flash, allow him and his teammates to peek out, hopefully get a couple picks, stop that rush right in his tracks. Flashbangs are going to go out. Hrimzo's blind, but so is the other team. If this all goes well, he'll be able to peek, but he has to fall back because he's blind before he can do that much damage. Roca going to be able to find him with a quick headshot. Roca moving up onto the site. There's one more player playing from that dark spot. He's going to be able to find one, but he goes down to Whitmer.
Yeah, and this is a great start to the round here for Roca's Complexity. NeverX is going to be able to find Roca, takes him down, and it's going to be a 2-on-3 post-plant, but 2 players playing in Banana, 1 playing from New Box. And just going to be a very difficult retake here. You can see, obviously, trying to push on in. And Whitmer, he wants absolutely nothing to do with it. Takes both of them down, and we're on match point now. And that, again, just resets that money on the CT side. Even though they stole away that force buy, they have no money to work with this round, even less than they had the last time. And the best they can hope for is pistol armor and a victory, but not looking good.
Replay here, they're going to have to be playing, what, 12 straight match points. That's got to take a toll on the morale, if nothing else.
Yeah, that's definitely a detriment to themselves. They're not really going to have a whole lot of firepower in this round. They do have 2 flashes on Benito. They have a kit, so there's, whoops. Man, I had a button. There's a little bit of a push there. Roca's going to be able to find the first one, but that's over at the B-bomb site. He's going to peek on out. They flash through, but he's already up in their face, and it's down to Allen and X1. Allen's got a FAMAS. He's not going to be able to find the damage. I think it was stuck on burst mode, so he doesn't even get the kill onto AK and Y. And it's all up to Roca here on X1, and that's going to be it. 16-3 is your final score. You can see not a whole lot of emotion being done there.
Definitely.
But that's going to do it for that matchup. We're going to have more coming up here, but while we got a second here, why don't we talk about yourself a little bit, because not a lot of people really know who you are. You're, you know, tell us about yourself.
So I'm Ryan. I call myself Mazer. I've really been into Counter-Strike for a while. I've been playing for about 2 years now, really passionate about the game. I don't think my skills are quite at the level where I can start trying to compete yet, but that's mostly the aim. My game knowledge, I'd like to think, is pretty on point.
Yeah, you seem to have a pretty decent grasp on the analysis side of things thus far, but you know that just comes with time. I mean, I'm not the most analytical person out there. I'm sure most people will probably tell you I do a better job doing the play-by-play than I do the announcing, but you seem to have a pretty good grasp on the knowledge, and I'm glad that you came out. So how did you actually get into this? Because I know that Rob the tech guy, who's off camera over here that you guys can't see, we call him Rob the tech guy. There's a hand. There he is. Rob the tech guy, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand in chat. Doing a great job behind the ones and twos, doing all the DJing and the mixing for you guys for this LAN. But I know that he put out a post about, let's get some casters out here. Let's get some fresh blood. See who wants to come out and try their hand at casting, because you know for the most of them it's just been me or myself and Bach doing this stuff since he started showing up. But we put out like this casters call. Was that something that you were a part of? Yeah,
that's what I found it through Reddit actually, and I figured always in my life I think at least I've been a pretty strong speaker, proving myself wrong right there. But and I figured I could combine that with my love of Counter-Strike. Come out. I don't live too far away from here, so I figured I'd come out and give it my all.
How far was the trip?
3 hours.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. It's about 3 hours for myself to come up here, so being relatively local definitely helps out the cause a little bit. But well, we're glad to have you aboard so far, and things seem to be doing pretty well. And hopefully you're enjoying yourself, and we can move forward from there. And we're glad to have you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here in my first line.
All right, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes with some more Counter-Strike. We'll have the consolation match for this group coming up next.